Bonnie is here to help us demonstrate functional, pain-free movement and how to get your neck and shoulders in alignment. And Bonnie works as a hairstylist, and she's had some issues in her neck and shoulders. So what's been going on for you in your neck and shoulders, Bonnie?
Okay, I've been doing hair since full-time since 1990, 89, 90, started in 1981. So the common position for a hairstylist, of course, is like this or like this, and always like this. So what happens is these muscles get very short and the muscles in behind become incredibly stretched. So when we need to stand up straight, it's almost impossible to do without pain. And when you're in a slouch position in the beginning, it doesn't hurt you, but after years and years it does.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's even harder to get standing up straight, and your head falls forward and your neck pulls you that way. So gravity is against us.
Right, and so where do you experience pain?
Pretty much everywhere. I have a lot of pain in the area that is commonly called the dowager's hump.
Right.
I have lots of neck pain in the front. These two, I don't know what they're called. In here, my shoulders hurt. Everything hurts up from here up.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah. Do you ever get pain in the upper back of your neck?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of pain up right up high into the top of my neck.
Right up
in the skull.
towards the skull.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of headaches.
Oh, you get headaches.
Lots of jaw issues.
Jaw issues. Okay. But lately, I know that you've been coming to a lot of classes. You've been coming to Pilates class regularly, and you've been doing a lot of work to help release that. So what's been happening as you've been doing the Pilates and the stretching and the breath work?
I think it was the breath work that actually started me to realizing that I could relax and all the muscles in my upper body enough to let these shoulders go back relatively pain-free. It's never painless at all for me. My whole body hurts all the time, but to pull my shoulders back is excruciatingly painful in the fronts of these shoulders, in this joint in particular this year. Last year was this one, but this year it jumped over it. So I don't know what the cause is. It just escalates. I get treatment from, I had physio for a long time, and now I'm doing osteopath treatment, which has been the most beneficial. And then on top of this Pilates, it's even better. And I didn't think I could do the Pilates at all. It was my daughter encouraged me to do it. She said, yes, you can do it, Mom. Just don't go full out. So I don't go full out. If I do go full out, it's negative, but I can get over it, which I never used to be able to before.
Right.
I would have to go to therapy to get over activities.
Right.
So, but now, no, I can go home and do that deep breathing, relax, and stretch my shoulders open, and it improves.
Nice, that's awesome, that's great. And when you come to Pilates class, you do modify some of the postures. For example, when we're lying on our backs and we do what's called the Pilates C-curve position, where you're pulling your chin up and your shoulders off the floor, you usually use a support under your head.
I always use the support under my head, and I have in the last two classes tried to do without it, and I have to put it back.
Right. Yeah. So you're modifying the posture so you can strengthen and stretch without causing yourself further pain, which is the smart way to do it.
Exactly.
You've been doing a lot of work and it shows. Your posture looks really good relative to a lot of people. So I'm going to exaggerate that posture you were just talking about. When this kind of thing happens, the fronts of your shoulders get shortened, the backs get too long. And what happens in the back of your neck is it gets shortened too, and this gets too long, and that's going to cause the strain that you were talking about in the front of your neck. And this is going to take your neck vertebrae out of alignment. So the whole thing is yucky and it doesn't feel good, but you're looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to step forward one step. Yeah, that's great. That looks great. Just to refine it just a little bit more, what I'll get you to do is imagine that you've got a string on the top of your head and it's pulling you up taller. Beautiful. So all of the spaces between your vertebrae, including in your neck, are getting bigger. So there's more room for the discs. So keep imagining that string pulling you up through the top of your head. Nice. And at the same time, keep your shoulders nice. Yeah, that's the challenge. Keep your shoulders.
That's impossible.
Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. So you got to find the balance between elongating your spine and keeping yourself nice and relaxed here. That looks really good.
Yeah, it's painful.
Where is it hurting you?
from here all the way across this and out to the tip of my shoulder, which is what prevents me from doing it all day, right? To
Right.
stand up properly all day.
Yeah.
My position is like this
Mm-hmm.
at work,
Yeah.
and then I stand up.
And when you're in that position, do that position again. Do you feel pain when you're in the position doing
Like
work?
this. Not initially. After a while, it'll start to hurt. Because then sometimes I squat down like this
Yeah.
to get up and down rather than like this.
Yeah.
Or use the chair, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Getting back up here causes you a little bit of pain.
yeah, because this is so tight.
Yeah.
It's like a force to be reckoned with.
Okay, so we're gonna do a stretch later to help open that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, your posture is looking really good, and some people have that thing going on. You haven't got it going on too much, but the thing that happens is the back of the neck shortens and the chin tilts forward and it juts, or the chin tilts up and it juts forward. So what I'm going to get you to do,
This?
yes.
Yeah, I do that lots.
So what I'll get you to do is imagine that your chin is like a drawer and you're going to slide it back. Yes. Yeah. Is that work for you?
It feels weird,
It feels weird, yeah.
but it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. Okay, perfect. So what you've just done by drawing your chin back like it's a drawer is you've elongated the back of your neck. And this has stayed relaxed, and that's what we're aiming for. Next, I'm going to get Bonnie to do what we call sitting against the wall to demonstrate another way to get your spine and your neck in alignment and remind your muscles and your mind where you want to be. Sitting against the wall is an exercise that you can practice every day. So a couple of things to watch for when you come to sitting against the wall. If your hamstrings and your gluteal muscles, if your butt muscles are tight, you might not be able to get your butt right up against the wall. So Bonnie's looking pretty good. I'll get you to just slide back just a tiny little bit. Yeah, there you go. Good. And the other thing to watch for is you don't want to take the natural curve out of your lower back. You want to maintain that. I'll just get you to lift your arm. So this natural curve right here, she's not trying to flatten it out. She's trying to maintain the natural curve in her lower and mid back. One of the other things to watch out for is the backs of your shoulders are against the wall. She looks good. And the back of your head is against the wall too. Now there's a little ledge here, so it's making her head stick out a little bit. But when we're doing this, what I'll get you to do is tilt your head back a little bit, even more. Sometimes what people tend to do when they try and put the back of their head against the wall is they put the top back of their head against the wall and then the chin tilts up, and that's causing more shortening in the back of the neck. So I'll get you to tilt your chin down, and you got that sensation again like your chin is a drawer and you're sliding it straight backwards. And it might feel a little bit weird. The other thing to practice while you're practicing sitting against the wall and strengthening some muscles that don't usually do a lot of postural work, important muscles, is to make sure that you're relaxing in the shoulders. So take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale with a sigh. Nice, do that one more time, inhale through your nose. We'll do that together. We'll do it one more time. Deep breath in through your nose. Awesome.
Am I supposed to try to put the shoulders back more? Because I feel like they're very rounded.
Yes.
The tip of my shoulders are.
Yeah, try and put your shoulders back more.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's not, this is going to feel a little stiff, and that's not necessarily the way that you're going to be standing every day, all day, because again, you're tensing up some muscles, but you're practicing working the muscles of your upper back to open yourself through the chest, and that's a good thing, because most of us are too rounded in the fronts of the shoulders. So that's another thing to watch out for when you're sitting against the wall, is to consciously and deliberately relax your hip flexors, and those are the muscles in the frontal hip crease. Let's go through some techniques for keeping your head, neck, and shoulders in alignment while you're going through daily movements, and also keeping the muscles relaxed rather than tense. So we can start by pick the muscles that are feeling, where you feel the most tension in your shoulders and neck. Where would those be?
These.
Yeah, right. The pecs and the anterior deltoids, the front of your shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So start by placing your hand on those muscles where you feel the tension. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale everything. Good. And then imagine, visualize, sense, feel how you want those tissues to feel. Do you want them to feel good, relaxed, soft? What are some words that describe the way that you want those tissues to feel?
Let go,
Let go,
release,
release.
then, yeah, relax, soft.
Good.
That's it.
Yeah, so keep that hand there. Keep visualizing, sensing, imagining those tissues are feeling soft, relaxed, they're letting go. Yeah. And then do the same thing on the other side so that it's even, because you get the problem on both sides.
Yeah, but this is like 10%.
Okay, the other one's worse.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. So do the same thing here. Take a few deep breaths while you're doing this exercise, the visualization exercise. Deep breaths in, let it all out. The tissues are soft, they're relaxed, they're letting go. And keeping that sensation in your shoulders, in your mind, that feeling in your body. What would you do if you were reaching up to style somebody's hair? With that motion. Yeah.
keep it. It'd be good. I could do that at work
Yeah.
prior to this.
Nice. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of this
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of this.
So you can add that visualization to your daily movements, especially when you're moving into it. You can also exhale. So you're gonna take a deep breath in. First time you lift your scissors. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And then going through the motions too. A deep breath in, exhale. Maintain that sense of softness, release, letting go while you're doing those motions too.
It does it. Release is quite, it's pronounced, the release.
Nice. Yeah, good for you.
Interesting.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get you to turn side or backwards to the camera. We're just gonna look at your shoulder blades now. So another thing that's important for everyone to do, not just people who are working with their hands and their arms or are standing in uncomfortable positions all day, is to maintain mobility. So complete range of motion in your shoulder joints is gonna keep your neck, shoulders, and your upper back healthy. So I'm gonna get you to glide your shoulder blades up. So they're gonna slide up, yes, and then they're gonna slide down. And you can continue to visualize that sense of softness, that sense of ease and release. So glide them up. Yeah, all the way up as high as you can go, nice, and then let them down. So I'm gonna get you to continue gliding your shoulder blades up and down, feeling a sense of softness, especially in here. This is a chronic tension spot for a lot of people. So you're gonna squeeze these tissues, let them get compressed, and then exhale, let them down. Good, inhale, shrug them up. Nice, exhale, let them down. Keep going. So this is going to keep softening, and you can keep visualizing, imagining, sensing that your tissues are softening and letting go. Good. One more time. Nice. So what she's doing is she's compressing these tissues in a way that's not tensing them. So they're getting squeezed, and as she releases, the blood flows back in and it enlivens these tissues. It wakes them up. You can turn around to the front now. And we're going to do the same thing, working on range of motion and keeping those tissues healthy with shoulder rolls every day. So you can bring them to the front, lift them up high, take them all the way back, and then all the way down. So we're going to keep going, imagining, visualizing, sensing that the tissues are soft, that they're relaxed. Keep breathing. Each time you exhale, feel them soften a little bit more. Continue with the deep breathing. Good, and let's go the other way. Nice. Good. And especially when you come to the front, yeah, right, keep going. Right at this point, there's a little shake, shake, shake. So that's when you want to, good. Nice. Good. Yeah, so that's something you can do as well on a regular basis before you work. During your
Right
work
on the mirror.
Shoulder rolls, yeah, for sure. Because this area right here, right in the traps, between the neck and the shoulders area is a chronic tension area. People tend to avoid doing things that work it. And one of those things is bring your arms up overhead. Yeah, so we're gonna practice that and we're gonna visualize, sense, imagine this area softening, relaxing, and letting go as you're lifting your arms overhead. So as you lift the arms up, you can do the exhale. Your body relaxes on the exhale. Bring them back down, maintaining a sense of softness. And wherever you feel like the most tweak, that's where you're gonna exhale. So for me, it's right there. I'm gonna exhale through the points where I'm feeling the most pain. And then bring them back down. Good, try that one more time. Exhaling where you're feeling the most problematic area. If you're getting pain and tension in your shoulders, remember to do regular movement throughout your day, whether you're sitting at your desk or you're doing a job where you're using your hands, your arms, and your shoulders. Throughout the day, do those big shoulder circles. You can do big arm circles as well, so those tissues stay healthy and they don't get stiffer over time. So Bonnie was mentioning that you've got tightness in the front of your shoulder and across the pecs, and another chronic tension area for a lot of people. Do you get tension in here? Yeah. Okay, you do. Yeah, so, and it might seem counterintuitive, but if you're getting tension in the back and the side of your neck, in the trapezius area, it's a good idea to stretch across the collarbones in the front of the shoulder, and that's actually going to help this tension right here. So we'll get you to come over to the window frame. Yeah, and you're gonna wrap your fingers around the window frame. You're gonna bring your arm almost straight, and your hand can be just about level with your shoulder. Yeah, and then you're just gonna open so that you're feeling a stretch right across there.
Doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much. Yeah, no, that looks really good. You don't have to push it too far. Don't push it to the point of pain, just to the point where you feel just a little bit of a stretch. And your breath will tell you gasped a little bit there. If you find that your breath catches, that means you've gone too far. Yeah. Yeah.
So then I don't get to go anywhere.
Well, even that looks really good.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that looks really good. It looks like a really good stretch.
Good.
And as long as you're breathing smoothly, you're doing it right. Good. Yeah.
Stretches my bicep too.
Yeah, nice. And relaxing the shoulder. Good. Yeah. Continue to breathe smoothly. This is another one that you can do on a daily basis if you're having trouble up here or in the fronts of your shoulders, or if your neck hurts. This is a stretch that will help everything in that area. And you can hold it for 30 seconds and up to a minute. While you're doing this stretch, another important thing, you can keep holding on that there. Does it hurt?
Sorry.
Okay. Besides relaxing this shoulder, you're going to relax the back of this shoulder. Stretching the front, relaxing the back. Good job. Go ahead and release. So Bonnie, thank you very much for helping us out today.
You're welcome.
And just to recap, what we covered was finding your neutral spine, finding the right position for your neck and your head by imagining a string on the crown of your head, lifting you up, opening the spaces between your vertebrae. And then Bonnie sat against the wall to find the place where she can get her head into alignment and relax at the same time. Yeah. We covered some movements and some visualization. So visualizing, imagining, sensing, feeling the way that you want your body to feel while you're doing your everyday movements. And we also went through some range of motion techniques. So the big shoulder rolls and big arm circles. And then to finish it off, to help with the trapezius area, relaxing, we did a chest stretch, fingers against the wall. Thank you so much, Bonnie.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.